Okay, so in today's video, we are going to talk about taps and portals, the brand new additional add-on plugins for Beam. Now, first things first, you do have to own Beam to make these plugins work. However, once you install them, Taps does come as a standalone plugin, so you can use it separately in your DAW. And Taps, if you haven't gathered already, is a delay plugin. Now, this is awesome for so many reasons, but first of all, we've always wanted a delay plugin in Beam, and we finally got it. And Portals is a feedback plugin. So you can create these really cool feedback loops. And honestly, Portals is so good that I kind of wish it was there from the very beginning, but here we are. So anyway, we're gonna talk about both of these plugins today in this video. And I've got a demo track queued up here. So let's go ahead and listen to the demo track and then we're gonna get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and fire up Beam here. Now you can see on the bottom, we now have taps and portals here, all right? Let's start with taps and then we'll get to portals a little bit later. So taps, let me go ahead and solo the track, is a delay plugin, okay? Now, taps has two different time modes. It's either multiplied or it's divided, all right? So let's look at multiplied first, because that's how we normally think about traditional delay plugins, okay? So let's go to a single tap, dotted eighth. Now, if I turn up the feedback here, you can hear it's just like how we normally think about delay. Okay, so this is a dotted eighth note, single tap delay. Okay, very basic. So you can go super basic with your delay, or you can get very complicated, which is what Taps totally excels at, all right? So like I said, you have the amount of taps here. So if I start adding more taps, in multiply mode, we're just adding on more copies of that dotted eighth note delay that we have it set to. So you can go all the way up to 8 taps. And what you can do is create these really swarming delays that almost have like universes within themselves, which is something I've never really seen in any other delay plugin. So that's cool, right? And just off the rip, I mean, just creating a 6 tap dotted eighth note delay, that's cool in and of itself. All right, so we've got spacing and pitch controls here. Let's start with the spacing. You can create a ping pong delay very easily just by separating the stereo field. So now every delay is going back and forth, right, in stereo. That's cool, okay? We've got fade control here, so if you want a little shorter kind of fade out, you can do that, right? Now here's where it gets really interesting. You've got skew controls, cluster, and swing. So this pulls and pushes the delays closer or further together. So check it out, right? So now we're actually moving the delays in space. Tell me another plugin that can do that. I can't tell you, right? So check it out. You can really cluster them together like this. That's so cool. So just getting the right amount of skew and cluster and maybe even swing, right? You can pull them even closer individually. You can get some really unique delays with this. Like I was like, oh my God, super cool, right? Okay, so that's the spacing control. Stereo is like a chorus, you can think of it like that. Now let's talk about division, because right now we've just done multiplied delays. If you divide the delay time, it smears out the delay, it speeds it up to the point where it's almost like a reverb. Check this out. So I'm gonna hit divide, and then we'll speed up the delay time. And you can hear, it's almost like a resonator almost, right? Let's add some more taps here. That's so cool, right? So I mean, your delay is a reverb? Well, technically it is. That's what a reverb is, multiplied delay, right? So when you divide it, you get some really cool smeared out stuff. I mean, you can make this slow if you want. That's wild. Anyway, so now that we got the math out the way, you can see that you can unsync your delays here. And so this is some of the funnest stuff I did, which was like, just kind of playing with the delay time here. So you get these really cool, like, unsynced delay effects here. I mean, that's just wild, right? I love it, I love it. So if you want to, if you're feeling adventurous, go ahead and unsync your delay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So as you've already seen, I mean, this is a really wild delay plugin. And combine that with the fact that you can modulate anything in Beam, This is extremely powerful stuff, all right? So let's go ahead and sync this up again, all right? We'll go to let's go to quarter note delay here. And I wanna show you the pitch controls, all right? Because this is really cool, okay? So if you click on the pitch tab right here, you can see that we've got pitch mode, we also have pitch control, and then we have mod rate and intensity, all right? So now the number of taps is the number of available pitch slots that you have here. So if you go all the way up to 8 taps, you can see that we can adjust each individual tap for each individual delay. It's really cool, right? So I can go ahead and just enter something a little more musical here. Let's go with, say, +7 right here. We'll go with +24 here on the end. Now, here's the different pitch modes. I'm gonna go and play this, okay? And you can hear that this is kind of like a resonator effect, right? It's called bell. So it's kind of creating this little bell curve here, all right? That's cool. Let me go ahead and just turn off our little demo track. Check this out. Right? So each tap is getting its own pitch value. The next mode is called band pass, okay? Which is a little tighter. That's cool. The next mode is called comb filter. So it creates a comb filter inside of the delay line. Seriously. The next one is called shift. That's wild. And my favorite is called simply tone. So you can hear, combine that with the fact that we're inside a beam and any of this is modulatable. I mean, how powerful is this, right? Then if you want to get even trickier, you can add some tape modulation here. We've got wow, dropouts, flutter, and dust, so I can add a little bit of wow to this. Okay, let's go and solo it. Let's add some flutter and a little bit of dust. It's like having an RC20 right here. I mean, how good is this, right? Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that's pretty much taps. You've got spacing controls, pitch controls, tape control here. The only thing we didn't talk about was the freezing the feedback. So you just want to freeze where you are in space. That delay line is now frozen. Or we could process this using portals, which we're about to do right now. Okay, so now let's talk about portals, the time-space bending nested feedback universe system right inside of Beam. So you can hear right away that as soon as I fire up Beam with the portals engaged, that we're getting a nested feedback universe. What does that mean? It means that whatever goes into the portal comes back out and then it feeds back into itself. Now, you can see how cool that would be because everything that is included with Beam already, we have the grains, we have the filter, we've now got taps, we've got volt and haze and space. Everything that goes into Beam can now be fed back into itself, all right? So this is really cool because it's got very simple controls here. As you can see, if you click on a portals, it's just got a gate control. So at 0%, everything is going through your portal. At 100%, nothing is going through. And then it's built on this whole idea of a delay. So how long does it take for your sound to go in and out of the portal? That's what the delay does. So you can set this very long, right? And then up feedback here. At 100% feedback, everything is gonna go in an infinite loop. Now they've built a gain control system here so it doesn't actually blow up your speakers. That's nice. But you can hear that things are starting to repeat. Now, because we're inside a Beam, we can start building these little universes of feedback right inside of Beam using different nodes. Let me show you. So you can see here that what if I start branching off here and grabbing some, let's grab a taps here. We'll grab a grains, okay? But then what we'll do is we'll start branching the path, okay? And we'll start saying, okay, well, let's create our own little feedback system on the left and right, all right? So over here, let's make another portals. And so now we have the left channel feeding into the left-hand side that's going through taps and going through grains. Let's go ahead and add a preset here. Maybe we'll choose like, I don't know, ether. That's always a good one, okay? And we'll use the preset here, maybe ambivalent from Databroth, right? Okay. We'll lower down the mix here on this one. But because we're in Beam, we have these things called path mixers, which is really cool. So the path mixer gives you control. If I just click on any available, path node here, you can see that path A is now lit up. I can say, all right, well, let's make path A part of the mid here. Path C, what is this? Path C will be up here. We'll make that more of a mid. Path D down here, we'll make that fully side. And then we'll add another node here. Let's add a volt in between our sides. And then we'll use a preset here. Let's go cybernetic shine, right? So now, as you can hear, that on the sides of our sound, we're getting that distorted kind of cybernetic side. That's only happening on the sides, but in the mids, we're getting our taps here. We're getting our ether. It's starting to feed back into itself. Things are getting crazy, right? I mean, this is just wild. This is absolutely wild. So the portal goes in, the portal goes out. You can build more portals. You can add more stuff. Honestly, like I said, I wish portals was there from the beginning of Beam, but now we have it, all right? So I'm super excited about this. I highly encourage you guys to check it out. I want to thank Lunacy for sponsoring this video. I want to thank Ben for the idea to even build this stuff in the first place. And yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. So anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Is this a good idea? Do you guys love Beam? Are you guys using it in all your tracks? I want to know. And yeah, if this is where we are now, I am super excited about the future of Beam. So anyway, thank you again for watching. Truly appreciate it. And yeah, enjoy taps and portals, all right? So anyway, I'll be back again soon with more videos like this one. In the meantime, take good care, you guys. And as always, keep your heads in the clouds and your feet planted firmly on the ground. I'm Chris from Signs of Life, and I'll see you guys in the next video.